So most photographers hear the word channels and their brain instantly goes, nope, that's way too technical, or that's for Photoshop engineers. And if that's you, I get it, because until very recently, I was there too. I used Photoshop for years without really touching channels. Honestly, I've been in Photoshop since 1999, and until recently, I haven't really put much effort into them. I knew they were there. I knew people were using them for useful things, but I just could not wrap my head around them. I felt like somebody was handing me a math book written in a different language and said, good luck, Blake. So I did what most people do, and I stayed in those comfortable tools that we use, like select subject, color range, the brushing masks by hand, even some simple luminosity masks when I wanted that pro look. And honestly, that worked for me for a long time. Until it didn't, because sooner or later, you run into the same problem over and over and over like I did. You know exactly what you want to change, but you really can't isolate that spot cleanly. You're looking at an image thinking, I want this part brighter, but not the rest. Or I want to push the color, but I don't want to let the whole thing just bleed everywhere. Or I want depth, but I don't want it to look like I overcooked it or something like that. So you make the simple mask and you zoom in, and the edges have these harsh transitions. The mask feels like it was maybe cut out with scissors instead of blending in naturally with all the image features. And the worst part, you start to question your skill. I told you, I've been in Photoshop since 1999, and even I would question my skill when it came to working with channels. Maybe I'm just not good at this, but that's not what's happening. What's happening is you're trying to do precision work with tools that were never designed for precision. It's like using a jackhammer for something you need a chisel for. And the moment that clicked with me was the moment that I stopped thinking of channels as red, green, and blue. Because that's how everyone really explains it, is this is the red channel, it shows red. This is the blue channel, it shows blue. This is the green channel, it shows green. And that's kind of true, but it's really not helpful at all. The breakthrough was when I started thinking of channels as mask maps, not color labels, not some abstract concept in a math book from another world. Usable mask maps, maps of separation. And that's when channels actually stopped being scary and started being practical, because I wasn't guessing. I was reading the image. I could actually look at the channels, see where the data naturally separates, where the photo is already handing me contrast that I can turn into a clean selection. And once you see that, you really can't unsee it. That's exactly why I created this course, Channels Beyond Luminosity Masking. It's not me trying to make channels to sound impressive, okay? It's me showing you how to get control back in Photoshop, so your edits look natural, intentional, and clean. Now, I want to be clear about something up front. This is not a batch edit 500 image workflow, okay? It's not Lightroom. It's not camera raw masking. This isn't meant for speed editing an entire wedding in one sitting. This is for those images you really care about. The ones you want to take to that fine art level. The ones where it's worth slowing down a little bit because the final image matters more than the process that it took to get there. And if you were like me and you felt, man, I can get it close, but I can't get it clean, channels will bridge that gap. When you stop relying on rough selections and you start building masks from actual image data, you get smoother transitions, your selections look more believable, and that's the benefit. The benefit is not learning channels. The benefit is feeling a sense of control while you edit. The feeling of, I know what I need to do, I can isolate that, it empowers you. Now let me address the objections, because I know what you're already thinking, because I was in the exact same place you were, and I thought these things too. Objection number one, channels are too advanced for me. But I'm gonna tell you, if you can use a curves layer, you can learn channels. I'm serious. The reason channels feel advanced is because most tutorials start in the wrong place. They start by dumping tools and math language on you. This course starts with how to see, how to read channels like a map, how to spot separation, how to pull a selection, and test it. Because once you see it, the steps actually start to make sense. Objection number two, I've tried luminosity masking and those are enough for me. Luminosity masks are great, but they're only one type of separation. Channels let you go beyond lights and darks and start isolating image features, color ranges, sky separation, foliage separation, atmosphere, skin tone separation, highlight control. And then objection number three, isn't this just complicated math? There is math involved, yes. But this isn't equations, it's not letters, it's not headaches. We're gonna do some math with color, which can be kind of confusing, but it's understanding what happens when you combine the channel data And here's why that matters, because this is where your masks start to feel almost unfair, but in a really good way. You can isolate specific ranges with an accuracy that select subject and color range simply can't match. And once you feel that even once, it's really, really hard to go back. Objection number 4. I'm afraid I'm gonna forget all of this, Blake. And that's a real valid fear, because Photoshop education has trained people to memorize recipes, and with channels, math equations. This course isn't recipe based. It isn't math equations. It's built around recognition. You'll learn how to look at your image and know where that separation is likely to live. You'll learn how to test it quickly, and you'll learn how to refine it quickly. That's not memory. We're going to develop skill. I don't want you to develop memory. I want you to develop skill, practical application. Plus, I'm huge on experimentation in this course, because that's how channels become intuitive. And if you know me well enough that I've left you with actions. And these are push button surgical masks that make the whole channel process much, much easier. Objection number 5. Isn't AI doing all this now? AI can do a lot, but it can't make masks like this. All right. Channels are not about automation. Channels are about control. And here's the promise of this course in absolute plain language. I want you to be able to look at your channels and say, I know I need that mask. And you'll be able to pull it confidently, refine it quickly, and use it to make the image better without the frustration, because it can be frustrating. And this is where channels stop being intimidating and start becoming a real creative advantage. So how do you get access? There are 2 options. The first option, you can grab this channel's course, Beyond Luminosity Masking, as a standalone course and go straight through it right here on this page. Click buy now, check out, and download it in minutes, and you can get started today. Option number 2, if you want the best value, you can become an F64 Elite member, and you can watch this course included with your membership. In F64 Elite, you get access to my course vault, which is 40 plus courses. So you're not buying one solution at a time, like this channel's course. You get access to the monthly critique sessions and the archive of 10 plus years of critique sessions. In these sessions, you'll see exactly what makes an image work. They're more like mini courses in problem solving than anything else, but I call them critique sessions. You get access to live events, the entire archive, roundtable discussions on Zoom once per month, and monthly practical Photoshop tips that I do not share on YouTube or anywhere else. They are exclusive for F64 Elite members only. And if you like going deep, you also get members only discounts on premium courses like my visionary panel. So over time, this membership actually kind of keeps paying for itself, especially when you get access to courses like this channel's course as they come out. Either way, here's what I want you to do next. If you've ever felt stuck because you couldn't isolate the subject that you wanted to cleanly, or if you've ever felt that masks look fake and don't blend well with your image, or if you want your images to feel like high quality professional work, then jump in. And when you get your hands on channels Beyond Luminosity Masking, don't just watch it. Experiment with it. Feel free to play with childlike curiosity, because once you finally grasp the concepts behind channels, masking becomes fun.